How would 5 or 10 new clients change your business? When I'm talking to small business owners and entrepreneurs, some get so caught up in the hype and vanity metrics of hitting 10,000 followers on Instagram or adding X amount of new subscribers to their email list. And while we do need to be visible and get in front of new people, the thing that would really make a massive impact in their business right now is getting 5 new clients. What's the simplest, easy way to get those clients? Sure, the answer is not sexy and it's not glamorous. It's making sure that you have a real strategy to get those people through the door, actually connecting with them and letting them know how you can help. If you are ready for more sustainable success in your business, then keep listening because today I'm talking about our second big strategy to keep your business growing without the hustle and burnout. Are you that driven entrepreneur who believes that working harder holds the key to your dreams? Are you drowning in the day-to-day tasks, wishing you had more time to strategize and cast the vision for your business growth? Hi, I'm Donna Dubé, your guide on this entrepreneurial journey. I've walked in your worn-out shoes, burning the midnight oil, convinced that sheer hard work was the secret to success. Just one more email, one more task, until I found myself on a one-way track to burnout. But here's the twist in the tale. I discovered that success isn't just about working harder, it's about working smarter. It's about being intentional with our time. It's about steering our ship with focus, because no team, system, or automation can outperform a lack of direction. In this podcast, I'm sharing with you all the strategies for business growth that it took me years to learn. If you're ready to step out of the daily overwhelm so you can amplify your profits, then I'm ready to teach you. I believe the only limit to your business growth is the one you set for yourself. Go grab a notebook, warm up that cup of tea, and let's do this. Welcome back, CEOs, small business owners. I'm so excited you're here. Today, I want to dive into another conversation as we continue our series on ending burnout and breaking free from hustle culture. If you've been following along, you already know that this series is all about creating a business that is sustainable, fulfilling, and most importantly, profitable without running yourself into the ground. We've been walking through 3 core strategies, and today I want to introduce the next big one. Getting more clients. Now, these strategies may not be flashy or hyped up, but let me tell you, they work. If you're tired of feeling like you're constantly on the edge of burnout, juggling too many hats, hustling nonstop, and yet feeling like you're barely scraping by, then this episode is for you. Now, in the first episode of this series, we talked about the concept of poverty in business. And poverty not just in terms of money, but also time and energy. And if you're stretched thin, constantly overwhelmed, or on that endless roller coaster of client work, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We discussed why it's so crucial to let go of the hustle mentality that tells us that we always have to do more, and start to focus on smarter, more sustainable growth strategies. And then in the second episode, I took a deep dive into pricing, and we looked at how adjusting our pricing, even by 20%, can make a massive difference in your bottom line. Because pricing isn't just about charging what you're worth. It's about setting your boundaries up to thrive, and thrive long term. But today I want to focus on something equally important, and that is getting more clients, and more importantly, how to do that without going into panic mode every time you finish a project or wrap up a service. So let me paint a picture for you here. Have you ever experienced that feast or famine cycle? It's what I like to call it. 1 minute, your calendar is full. Clients are knocking on your door, and you're fully booked. And then before you know it, you finish up with those clients and everything comes to a screeching halt. And you're finding yourself scrambling to start marketing again. trying to fill up your calendar for the next cycle of work. And it's like starting your business over every few months. Start, stop, start, stop. And honestly, it's exhausting and not sustainable. So what do we do about it? Well, this is where creating a 12-month profit plan really comes into play. I'm a very big fan of reverse engineering your business goals, and this plan is going to help you break out of that cycle once and for all. So what in the world is a profit plan? Well, if you've been around me long enough, you know that I love a good plan. You know that I love reverse engineering and mapping things out. And you may have heard me talk about this before, but this is one of the ways I help people start to plan out their marketing and sales strategy so that it becomes more sustainable. And to keep those things, both of them, sales and marketing, running, even while you aren't doing delivery of your projects, your programs, and your services. So let's talk about creating your own profit plan. And you can do this as we chat today. So you can grab a piece of paper, or you can open up your Google Calendar, or use a yearly calendar that you've got on your desk, whatever works for you. If you're using a piece of blank paper, I want you to sketch out a simple calendar, 3 months at a time. So I want you to draw lines and make boxes so that you divide it up into 12 boxes, one for each month of the year. And once we have that, we're going to map out your baseline revenue for the year. Now, when I say baseline revenue, I mean the amount of money you need to cover all of your expenses. And that includes paying yourself. Yes, paying yourself is part of your baseline. This is where we're going to identify what your signature offer is. This is like the bread and butter of your business. And if you don't have a signature offer yet, then this is something you definitely want to work towards, because having that one core product or program that people know you for is critical. And this is what's going to create the foundation of your revenue. So for example, a client I worked with had an amazing group coaching program. It was her signature offer, but she had never thought about planning when to promote it. So she was always reactively just pushing it out there last minute, scrambling to get signups. But by simply planning out her promotions for the year, she was able to increase her revenue, create more predictable income, and reduce the stress of panic promoting. So the key here is to proactively plan 2 to 4 times a year when you're going to promote your signature offer. And it doesn't have to be more complicated than that. So what this does is, instead of reacting to dips in your income, you're strategically planning when you're going to be bringing in revenue. And you'll have systems in place to make those promotions as effective as possible. Yeah, I said systems, right? Speaking of systems, this is the secret sauce to getting out of hustle mode. You need to create systems for each part of your business. So for every product or service you offer, you need 3 core systems: marketing, sales, and delivery. So first, your marketing system. This is how you attract new people to your offer. So stop and ask yourself, what's your process of bringing new people through the customer journey? Think about all the touch points from when they first discover you to when they're ready to buy. You don't want to just throw content out there randomly, right? You want a clear strategy that moves people closer to your offer in a way that makes sense. So if we think about the customer journey, we're attracting new people, we're engaging with those new people, we're nurturing those new people, and we're inviting those new people to work with us. Do you have a rinse and repeat system for each of those steps of the client journey? Next up is your sales system. So once people know who you are and what you offer, how do you actually convert them into paying clients? Is it through emails, webinars, sales calls, or perhaps you have something else? Again, whatever it is, you need a system that's repeatable. And this is how you avoid having to reinvent the wheel every time you launch. And finally, your delivery system. This is all about the experience that you provide when someone says, yes, I want to work with so-and-so. You want to create a smooth, enjoyable process that keeps clients engaged and happy. And if you think about your own buying experiences, if you've ever had a terrible experience buying something, you know how important this is. Because when our clients are confused, lost, or frustrated, they're probably going to move on and not come back. One of my clients had a coaching program that was really successful, but her back-end systems were honestly a mess. She had a hard time keeping track of clients and making sure everyone got the right materials and was not providing a seamless experience. And so we worked together to build out a better delivery process. And not only did it make her life easier, but it improved her client retention because people were now happier working with her. There was a real roadmap for them and a plan, and they knew what the next steps were. So why does all this matter when it comes to getting more clients, you ask? Because if you don't have these 3 systems in place, then scaling your business will break it. It's not just about marketing more or about selling more. It's about making sure that when you bring in more clients, your business can actually handle it. All right, I'm off my soap wagon there about why you need these 3 systems. Let's get back to the profit plan. So once you've mapped out your signature offer, let's think about filling in the gaps. Maybe you have an introductory offer or a client-only offer that you can promote in the months between your bigger launches. This could be something like a lower price service or a special offer for people who have already worked with you before. These smaller offers in between when you promote your signature offer can really help to create consistency in your cash flow. And the goal here is to create a rhythm in your business so you're not constantly in that start and stop cycle. You're planning ahead and you're promoting strategically, and you're building systems that allow your business to grow without burning you out. And just one last note I want to make here. If you're offering payment plans for your offers, then this is an even better way to smooth out your cash flow throughout the year. So instead of just getting big spikes of revenue when you promote your offer, a payment plan can help create recurring income month after month. And this will take a lot of pressure off and helps you feel more secure in your revenue streams. So as we wrap up, I want to encourage you to sit down and map out your year. Think about when you'll promote your signature offer, how you'll fill in the gaps of the other months, and what systems you need to put in place to make this whole process smoother and more sustainable. I hope this episode was helpful, and I can't wait to hear how you're planning your profit year. Head on over to CEO Amplify Facebook group and let me know. All right, next week we've got the final episode in this series where we're going to be talking about hidden money in your business. Until then, keep shining. Thank you for joining me on this episode of CEO Amplify. I appreciate you being part of our thriving community of ambitious business owners. If you enjoyed today's episode, I kindly ask you to share this podcast with a friend and take a hot minute to rate and leave a review. It would mean the world to me. Your feedback helps me reach more people and continue providing valuable content. Thanks so much for your support. Keep shining, and we'll catch you on the next episode.